Are we starting?
Yeah.
I'm saying we're starting. This is the Three Amigos podcast.
Hello.
It's a podcast about Disney Plus.
Hello.
I'm Rita.
I'm Chloe. I'm
Tim.
part-time.
Are you doing a bigger introduction than just your name? Go on.
I'm a part-time till scanner at a retail store, and I scan items. And in my spare
Same
time,
vibes.
I watch Netflix and Disney Plus.
Cool. I too am a part-time till scanner. Although I don't do that much.
We should be called
Mostly I restock
till
shit
scanners.
and get hit by chocolate bars. And that's it. That's me. I get hit by chocolate bars.
I have a
Tim?
cut on my lip from work, by the way.
Did somebody hit you?
No, I dropped a box of crisps on my face the other day.
No, that day was terrible. I tripped on 2 pallets because I was carrying 2 boxes. I forgot that those were there. So I tripped those. And then I was on my break, by the way, but I heard the bell saying that somebody was stealing. So I went to see what was happening and saw her stealing. So I went to stop her, and then she threw a chocolate bar at me. That was fun, and now I have a bruise.
I just have a cut lip because I was lazy.
And that was my first day of holiday. And they called me in.
First day of holiday?
Yeah. That was supposed to be my first day of holiday. They called me in. Anyway.
I was trying to tell my story.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
So, I'm obviously quite short in person. So we have these steps, like a step ladder thing.
Yeah.
To go up to the crisps. And I always try and cheat. So I go like halfway up because I can't be bothered to go all the way to the top. So I grabbed the crisp and it landed. And it hurt.
On your face. Nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
I also apologise in any of these podcasts if you hear the following building work or loud stomping because my neighbours upstairs are really loud and we have builders next door.
Also, my mic might give up on life halfway through.
It's a mess.
It'll be
already.
fine. It'll be fine. It's the first episode.
Yeah.
Tim, do you want to add anything? Have you also hurt yourself at work?
I hurt my back.
That doesn't count.
I'm on the tills all day and scanning, so my back absolutely kills me.
Isn't standing good for you? Isn't that why Jason got a standing desk?
I stand for like 8 hours a day, and it's fine.
I thought standing was good.
Yeah, but when you're standing up, have you noticed the till screen is considered to be lower than how you are? So you constantly like that whole
my
day.
My till's higher than me, where I work.
Well, you're very short.
Yeah, so
I would say the till's like slightly lower. It's not too low. Like slightly. I don't know.
Should we stop talking about
anyway?
Retail and go through what we're talking?
Our first episode
is about retail.
Is about WandaVision.
Yes.
Which clearly has to do with retail, which is why we were talking about it. So, intro. Who knew what WandaVision was about before they saw it?
I knew what WandaVision was about before, because I'm a big fan of Avengers.
Or were you familiar with the characters?
Yeah, so like Wanda and Vision, they were introduced in the Avengers film.
Ultron.
Age of
Ultron.
Yeah. And they were obviously introduced, and throughout the films, they've been kind of like shipped together. And then obviously, spoilers, Vision dies. So I wasn't sure like what WandaVision would be about, like because he's dead.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe it would be about their life while they went on holiday to like Glasgow, or was it, or Scotland or something? Like
in Infinity War they were in Glasgow.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would be set like 5 years. No, it's not 5 years.
So it's 3 weeks
Spider-Man.
after
3 weeks. That's it. Yeah.
the end of Endgame.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man is 5 years, but yeah.
No, Spider-Man's like 8 months afterwards.
The
5 years is the 5 years between the Infinity War and Endgame.
That's it. Basically, I rewatched Infinity Wars and Endgame. This is really bad. And I watched that like this week, so that's why I'm thinking 5 years.
What about you, Tim?
Oh, I knew it obviously took place after the Avengers, but I was just thinking about the title of it. It's like when I hear like WandaVision, I just like thought of, is it her vision of what her life wants to be?
No, you're reading way too much into it, Tim. Vision is the name of the guy.
Yes, I know it is, but I'm
Tim.
like to read outside the box.
Okay,
that feels like
fair enough.
We've got an essay at uni. That feels like we're trying to read forward.
Yeah. Have you watched all of the films where WandaVision are? I'm not an expert. I knew quite a bit.
Out of us three, you're the expert. I'd say I'm medium, and then Tim's like newer to it.
So Wanda and Vision have been on Age of Ultron, Civil War, and then Infinity War, and then Wanda was in Endgame. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched all of those, Tim? Just 4 movies.
No.
Which ones have you watched?
I think I've only seen Infinity War.
You haven't even seen Endgame.
Wait, you've not seen Endgame?
Oh. How is that even possible? I went to see Endgame 6 times.
Tim didn't come and see it with us.
He didn't.
No,
but I went to see it 5 more times after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
How is that possible, Tim? Okay.
I don't know.
Tim. So funny. So, half the stuff we talk about, you might not.
So you're going to miss like a lot of like Easter eggs and characters that show up.
Yeah.
By the way, we're going to do spoilers, so
yeah.
Be careful with that. Speaking of spoilers, so did you know who Jimmy Woo was? The FBI guy.
Have you seen Ant-Man?
I recognise him from the IKEA series he did on YouTube like 12 years ago. Yeah.
What?
He done a YouTube series called IKEA Heights, where they basically like film like a mini series in IKEA without the staff noticing.
I'm pretty sure that's not who you think it is. That's not Jimmy Woo, the actor.
Oh no.
Okay. Did you know who Darcy Lewis was? Okay.
I don't think he does.
He doesn't know.
Have you watched
Thor?
Thor?
Played by Randall Park.
Yeah, Randall Park's the actor who plays Jimmy Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I know who Randall Park is. The FBI guy. I recognise him from.
Darcy Lewis is. She's like, the actress is called Kat Dennings. She's in 4, 1 and 2.
She's the girl with the beanie? That's a no. Okay. Moving on.
Oh no.
You're going to miss. Okay. Okay, so how about this? Did you on episode 5 when her brother came in, did you get it? The guy with the grey hair.
I get that her brother died, didn't he?
Yeah, Pietro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's the guy that came in episode 5 at the end?
Did you know why everyone went crazy about it?
And did you know why everyone went crazy?
Okay, so Tim, I don't know if we should do WandaVision for a podcast.
No, let's do it. This will be fun. This will be fun. All right. Yeah, you have watched all 5 episodes that we've watched, yeah?
I have, yes.
Okay. No, let's do this. It'll be fun.
That's fine. Okay, it'll be fun because we can. To be fair, it's good because
yeah, it'll be a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good. We cut that bit out.
No. Yeah, so all of my notes were after I watched the show for the second time. The episodes that aired. So there will be things that I didn't caught at first that I caught in the second viewing.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of TikTok. There's TikToks going wild at the moment.
Okay, I haven't watched any TikToks.
Marvel.
I don't have TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
You don't have TikTok?
No.
Oh.
Do I look like somebody who has TikTok?
You follow me on TikTok.
What?
Oh no, but I deleted the app.
So you didn't have TikTok.
I've got like one TikTok, and that's all I've got.
Okay, well basically,
I've only made one.
There's a thing called Marvel Talk on TikTok. So basically, there's Harry Potter Talk. Tom Felton, he plays Draco Malfoy. There's Draco Talk. So they've obviously got all the character talks. So there's Wanda Talk, all this stuff. And on there, they're going crazy at the moment with all these theories, all the speculation. So a lot of my theories has also come from that. So I've seen the show, and then I've watched TikTok, and I'm like, that connects it, because I've not personally watched I've watched all the Marvel stuff. The only one I haven't watched is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to start watching that, but that's the only one I haven't watched.
I haven't watched Incredible Hulk because it's basically useless, and I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, the Incredible Hulk basically has nothing contribute to the Marvel universe. Not really. I mean,
it's a good film. It's a fun film to watch. It's a little chill film. Watch it on a Sunday.
But it doesn't add a lot like Iron Man or Captain America or the other movies.
It's good to know the character.
It's not even the actor. It's the same.
Yeah, I know it's just a different actor, but we don't talk about that. That recast was very weird, but good at the same time. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I really want to read the comics as well, but obviously there's a lot of things in the comics that, since the Marvel films have kind of not ended, but the main Avengers is now stopped. That sort of
the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, that's stopped. So they're doing a lot of I reckon they're going to incorporate a lot of the comics into it as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of theories about WandaVision from the comics and stuff. I think it's House of M and stuff like that.
I've seen some stuff floating around in the webs.
But when I first, for the first time I watched it, episodes 1, 2, and I think 3, obviously they're themed. This is spoilers. That they're they've got a theme for the intro. So episode 1 is 50s, then it's the 60s, the 70s. I liked the episode 4. It didn't have the intro because obviously it started to go on to
because it's real reality.
Yeah, and it was cool because it showed everyone come back from the snap, which I thought was really cool. Because we've never seen much of that.
Yeah.
And then I'll see the 80s for episode 5, and next Friday is the Halloween one, which is my most look forward to.
Which is 90s, right?
Yeah. Yes, the 90s. But so for me, when I first watched episodes 1 to 3, I was quite not
episode 1 was weird. Episode 1 was weird because it's a sitcom, and it's not the funniest sitcom, which I think it's on purpose. It's very cheesy, 50s sitcom. So it's very weird, but lull you into a sense of security, and then it got weirder.
Very, stereotypical sitcom. It was the bit at the dinner table was really awkward, and you're okay, something doesn't feel right. But this is also I think because they release it weekly.
Yeah.
For me, it felt too slow. I wanted to know what was happening, and I needed that next episode.
Yeah, episode 1 is slower, definitely.
Yeah, so a lot of people started to be oh, this is crap. I'm not really interested, because they weren't getting to. I think episode 4, maybe they should have done that about maybe episode 3 instead, just to kind of
I
pick it up a bit.
disagree. Because episode 3 is when Geraldine is kicked out. And then we get T outside.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
it starts slow,
I
but
do feel like they might
it's
definitely take her.
I could definitely start slow on purpose, though. It's like it's
I
fooling
don't
you.
know if I like that though.
But it's
Yeah,
like it's fooling you. Like basically, it's what Wanda's doing to the people inside the show is what it's doing to us.
Is Wanda doing it because I don't think Wanda personally is controlling it. I think there's something higher than Wanda because
I think it's a mix of both.
So me personally, I think like when is it? In episode 5, Monica has that like flashback thing. And obviously the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, I want to see the flashback. So, and I've seen other theories, like people mentioning if you pause it, you see a clip of Wanda crying. But we've not seen Wanda cry like that in the show, like what we've been shown to see. So that's something to show maybe that Wanda's not actually the one controlling. Because as well, I think, I can't remember the character's name, but the guy obviously that Vision works with, he says
Norm.
She won't let me. Yeah, she won't let me. And that doesn't have to mean Wanda, it can mean someone else.
Sure, but that's definitely a reference. Okay, we're recording again. We had some technical difficulties. It's fine, everything's fine.
Basically, there's a pandemic and we're trying to record a podcast over Discord.
Yeah. Not sure why it stopped, but everything's fine. Let's keep going.
Expect a lot of this to happen on our podcast.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
A mess, unplanned, but basically it's something to do because we're going insane.
Exactly.
Yep.
Anyway, as I was saying, I think Norm was referencing Wanda.
I don't know because I can't. Is it Agnes?
Because I love Agnes. She's the best.
But I think she's the one behind it because
I think she's definitely shady because she's the only one they don't have civilian identities for.
And like also she, when in episode 5, she kind of said, "Oh, should we redo that take?" And then he was like, "What?"
That was
and
creepy. That was creepy.
Wanda was like, "Oh no!" Like
anyway.
and like
yeah,
and she would cut. All the rest seem to be brainwashed, but she doesn't. So I think that's why she's got something to do with it because
maybe
it's just a bit odd. And then like how she didn't care when the kids just grew up from like 5 to 10, like straight away.
Yeah, she wasn't fazed by it.
And from babies, like she's not fazed, so that means she's behind it.
I don't think that means she's behind it, but
I do. I think
definitely be a clue.
I think it's a bit.
I say the fact she also like turned a blind eye to what was going around her, like the kids growing up and the dog and that. I think it's either her. True. I think it's either her or Geraldine. I still think there's something more behind Geraldine. We could see in the last episode.
Okay, it's not Geraldine because Geraldine is Monica Rambeau, and she's the daughter of Maria Rambeau, who was best friends with Carol Danvers, who's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So she's a good guy. I don't really think Monica is evil. What?
There's something weird about Monica because it was like she seemed very. I think there's not the weird point is she's being very protective towards Wanda.
Yeah.
So that like maybe she's been.
Yeah, because she's protective towards superheroes because of her connection with Captain Marvel.
True.
I think that's definitely it. I don't think she's behind anything.
There's tension between Marvel and her maybe because she was like, "Oh, we're not talking about her," when they were like, "Why can't Captain Marvel help?" Because a lot of people were saying as well.
Well, she probably hasn't had any contact with Captain Marvel. Because she was one of the snapped away.
What, Marvel? Oh yeah, Monica was, yeah.
Monica. So she might not have any contact with her.
I remember when it was like they were talking about the people who could help. Because obviously a lot of people are like, oh, well, if Wanda's gone crazy, why can't they call in the Avengers? But like pretty much half of them are dead. Which is true.
Yeah, so like we don't know the situation with the Avengers.
Thor's off-world, I think Captain Marvel's off-world, I think. And then there's Doctor Strange, but then I reckon Doctor Strange might make an appearance.
Well, there's almost certain that he probably will make an appearance in the last episode, because then he and Wanda have a movie.
Yeah, so basically, Tim.
Yeah, there's 9 in total, aren't there?
What?
Are there 9 episodes in total?
9 episodes, yes.
But so Tim, like, you know when her brother in the last episode obviously arrives and everyone's like, oh my god. So like basically even like I think it's Darcy in the thing quotes, oh, they recast him. So he plays Quicksilver in X-Men.
He played in my X-Men movies.
Yeah, he played the character Quicksilver, Peter Evans. So obviously, a lot of people are saying that Magneto's his dad.
Even
Evan
also, Peters.
Yeah, is it Evan Peters? Oh no,
you didn't. It's not Peters Evans. Evan.
I don't know his name. I know he's in American Horror Story, and he played Quicksilver. That was it. But like, yeah. So Magneto's their dad.
Well, we don't know. Not on this. Not Wanda's
this
dad
universe, but like in the X-Men universe. So we think that. I think that it's going to be like to do with the multiverse, and it's a prelude to Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. And that she might have been able to grab him from another universe, and that's how, like, obviously in Spider-Man 3, I saw the trailer, like, thing, and a lot of people are thinking that, like, the other Spider-Mans are going to come into it, so...
Well, the other Spider-Mans are going to come into it.
Yeah,
They've been seen filming stuff.
Yeah, so that's why
sure.
I think that's going to happen. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I think this is going. Obviously we're only on episode 5.
Yeah.
So we've got like a few more to go, and like episode 2 of our podcast is going to be like the roundup of what's going to happen.
The rest,
yeah.
Should we talk about each episode a bit more in detail?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the first episode is called Film Before a Live Studio Audience, which I think the name is pretty obvious. And the reference pretty obvious, and was released in the January 15th, 2021. Oh, I also think that, like, the live audience reference could be to Sword, because Sword is like watching it with us. So I think that's like 2 references in one,
that's true. Like, I as well. What was it? I noticed, like, so obviously episode 1 to 3, you don't know who's watching, but I liked at the end that they showed someone was watching. But at first, like with I think Tim said this while we weren't recording, but like about the adverts.
Yes.
So like you had I think it was the Stark one.
So the first episode, it was a Stark Industries ad.
And then you had Hydra. So like it was like, oh, were Hydra behind this? And like it's like, I think it's just to make you guess and think.
I think it has to do with episodes from her life, because like in the Stark Industries ads, one you can hear the sound that when he beams up, like the hands thing, whatever it's called. You can hear that sound, and also like the beeping and like the red light on the toaster. I think it could be like a reference to the bomb that killed their parents, Wanda and Pietro's, because they said that like they waited 3 days or 2 days underneath whatever, like watching a Stark Industry bomb, which I think that's
saying that.
Yeah.
The in the last episode, you know, they sent like a bomb to kill her.
Yeah. It was also Stark Industries.
Yeah, the one that killed her parents, which I thought was a bit.
We don't know if it's the same one, because they said that their own is from the 80s, and their parents would have been killed in the 90s, because I think they mentioned that they're 10. But it was also Stark Industries.
Yeah.
Which Stark Industries doesn't make weapons. Yeah. Also, they tried to kill her. I'll be pretty mad if somebody tried to kill me.
But like she got, like, you could tell she was so powerful at that point, because there's a lot of people now debating if she's like the most powerful Avenger, which I think
right now, yeah,
right now.
because like,
rest in peace.
well, I guess the Thor is still an Avenger, but on Earth she's definitely the strongest person on Earth. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like, so yeah, episode 1, obviously live audience, and it's pretty much like we said before. It's like a sitcom.
It's set
They have
in the
like
50s.
Yeah, really cringy jokes, which were like, oh, I just
They're not
didn't
cringy.
like it.
They're just cheesy, which I
don't
liked.
know, I didn't like them. I was
I
like,
liked
no.
them.
But I really like the costume design for the whole like show so far as well. How
Yeah,
it
it's really
changes
good.
and changes the set. Like, I think that's really cool. How they're changing it.
Yeah.
And even like how it's filmed and like the intros and how much time they've put into everything.
Yeah, I also like that they changed the aspect ratio. So in the first 2 episodes, it's 2 or 3 episodes. It's 4:3 aspect ratio.
Yeah, it's like even that, like a small little change that you won't really notice, but like if you do, you're like, oh, that's cool. Because the first time I watched it, I think I was more involved with the story, so I didn't really watch like the aspect ratio changing. And then when I watched it the second time, I was like, oh look, they've done this.
Yeah.
Because I was like taking notes, and so to like, if I think they've put so much effort into each like theme of the shows.
Yeah, I think some of the jokes, like they're giving you hints, but because they're cheesy jokes, you don't catch them. Cause like, do you know when he's at work and his boss comes to talk with him? What? What the fuck?
We've lost her.
Rita?
Hello?
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 Hi?
Oh no.
The Discord died.
No, you just died.
Was it just me?
It's
still recording.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, so like we said before.
This is going great. So my Discord died. This is fun.
It's hard to do a podcast when you're like, so I'm in Wales. They're like
East England, kind of.
I don't know if you want me to say. Yeah, I don't want to say, but like they're other places, and we can't obviously all meet up. So like we're trying to do it online.
It's our first time trying to do this. It's fine. Anyway. By the way, I cannot see you, Chloe, but I'm pretty sure it's just my Discord, so don't worry about it.
Oh wait. Oh.
Okay. Oh. Anyway, can you see her, Tim? There we go. I can see her now.
I can see her.
Okay. As I was saying, when Vision is like talking with his boss before dinner at his workplace, he asks Vision if there's no skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because pretty sure Vision is a skeleton in the closet.
Yeah.
He's dead. So like there's like some references like the fact that Vision's dead.
Yeah.
But it's like disguised as this cheesy joke. Which I think that's like I quite like it.
I see. I didn't get that. Like, obviously now you saying it, I kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But at the time, I just honestly thought it was really crappy jokes because, like, in that sort of like television, they make some jokes, and I'm just like, no.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, it kind of lulls you into a false sense of security. That like this is going to be just a cheesy show, like a sitcom cheesy show, and then they attacked you with shit. Like the dinner.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
It's black and white.
Yeah, the episode 1 is black and white.
Then you get the hint of like red, which is really cool. On the helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a drone, but
it's a drone, but it appears as a helicopter.
Yeah, and like that was really cool. And then obviously, is it the beekeeper man?
The beekeeper.
I really liked how obviously, in episode 4. Like it explains certain things, so like how
but
the
also it doesn't. They have the same questions as us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Like they're like us watching, and they have like Darcy saying the same question. And also in episode 3, I did like something. So Darcy kept asking for a coffee.
Ah, yeah.
And
I took note of that.
In episode 5, yeah, Jimmy brings them coffee, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm I've heard that he's gonna get his own like show, and I'm like, yes. And okay, so Tim, obviously, you've not seen Ant-Man, but in
Ant-Man and the
2,
Wasp.
yeah, he's taught a trick, and he does the trick.
He introduces himself the trick.
4. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
so happy. Like those little Easter egg references are so good, and like you're like, oh.
Yeah, I caught that one right away. Did you guys know what sword was?
Sword?
Yeah, did you know what it was?
What? No, I didn't.
No.
I'll be honest. Not at the start.
I heard of it. I did not. I wasn't super familiar with it.
Because obviously you've never. I don't think it's been mentioned before.
It had not in the cinematic universe.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with obviously Captain Marvel's, when the film, the woman is Monica's mum.
Yeah, Maria Rambeau.
Yeah, Maria. So it's like to do with that sort of side of it, and obviously.
Yeah, I have the what it means somewhere. Where is it? So sword is sentient weapon observation response division, which Maria founded after Carol went back to space.
Yeah.
So it's like
we've not really heard much about them.
Yeah, so like while Shield was focused on Earth, Sword was like focused on outer space.
Yeah.
Which is also why Monica says that we have enemies in space, but we also have allies.
Yeah. So like, I think where they're going is really interesting, and it's like a new, like obviously it's the new wave of Marvel.
Yeah.
And like for Marvel this year, I think it's going to be amazing as well. And we're going to have a lot of podcasts to talk about. We've got like, for example, we've got Loki coming out, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
We've got is it the
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes. Spider-Man 3 is coming out. Then
Black Widow.
Got
Hawkeye.
Which I'm quite looking forward to. So
What If series. There's a lot of stuff.
We've got so much. We've got a lot of stuff that we can cover. Obviously, and this is what the podcast is going to be about. It's things on like Disney Plus, but also Marvel and whatnot. Disney Plus is very good, basically. We like
Disney Plus is great. Did you search what the number on the drone was? The helicopter, 57.
No. It's a
reference to Avengers number 57, which was the first appearance of Vision in the comics.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Like, I really like what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
the color scheme of the drone before it enters Westview, it's a reference to Captain Marvel colors. It's great. It's such.
I do like Tim, for you, like obviously you're like, so me and Rita watch a lot of like Marvel stuff, and obviously you've watched some, but like what were your opinions like at the start? Were you, because obviously we're noticing references from other stuff, but what about you?
Yeah, I was a little bit confused by it when I was watching it, but you get into it and then you pick up the few little Easter eggs that most people should know, but I say the small details that you talk about, I probably wouldn't have picked up until you said.
Yeah. So like, was it you sent us a message, I think, when you were watching it, and you were like, oh, I knew there was something off about Wanda?
No, Geraldine.
Oh, Geraldine.
Was it Geraldine? Okay.
Yeah.
So what was off? What was off about her?
It was just the way she was acting around Wanda when Wanda and Geraldine sort of realised, okay, something's not quite right here, and I just think her behaviour was a little bit weird in the situation.
Did you see that before episode 3 when when she has the baby? Or
yes, it was. I think it was episode 2 when I think they were at all the drinks, and you heard that on the radio. You heard the call for Wanda. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
It was that, and then Geraldine was acting a bit weird on that episode.
Okay.
See, like, I think it's good because obviously, like, for me, I just thought there was like different parts on each episode that were weird. So like that, but then it ties up with episode 4 when like you're seeing, like I said again, like the beekeeper goes in, how he's contacting her. Like, I really think episode 4 was good to kind of answer all the questions we had, and now we're at the same stage as like Shield are watching. Like, we at that time we had all these questions. Had episode 4,
like who's the person that's watching on episode 1? That was Darcy Lewis. She was, by the way, Darcy Lewis is from Thor franchise.
She's so invested in it though, and I love that they brought her back.
I'm like
I love
like
her.
one of my notes is like, we're all Darcy. It's like, I'm so invested in this. Or like, what a twist. Twins, what a twist.
Like, and she's like us, like watching it, like getting excited, and she's like, oh my god, what's happening? And like, I'm personally really excited to see what happens. I really hope my theory of the multiverse thing is correct.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is.
It could go either way. There's so much that we just like, especially with Marvel, we do not know what they're gonna do, or where they're gonna take it. So,
by the way, episode 2 it's called "Don't Touch the Dial." That dial, which also aired on the 15th. And I think that one has my favorite intro, which is like the bewitched intro.
Yeah.
And that's definitely my favorite.
I didn't really like the 80s intro. I thought the photos of like
I like the 80s. It was like the first thing that comes for like Family Matters. Apparently, it has nothing to do with Family Matters. It's
but it was creepy. Baby Vision.
Apparently,
it's hilarious.
The episode you're on about, Now in Colour, the opening titles is a Easter egg reference to the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the intros are all Easter egg. They're all references. Like the first episode is an homage to the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Mm-hmm.
Then episode 2 is Bewitched. Episode 3 is the Brady Bunch. Episode 4 doesn't have an intro because we're outside of the anomaly, whatever.
Anomaly.
And episode 5, it's Family Ties and Growing Pains, which like the intro is a mix of both. I like the intro.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Like Vision being a baby. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Like the intro is cool, but I was like, Vision as a baby's weird. And like, as well, like, so obviously in episode 4, we see Vision's dead.
We see his dead body.
We hear like about in episode 5, like about her breaking in and sealing his corpse and stuff just after, I think it's Tony Stark's funeral.
Well, we're not sure when. It's 9 days.
It's 9 days after.
No, it says 9 days before. 9 days ago. They say it's 9 days ago. We don't know when.
I think it was after the funeral.
I don't know. Because she was with Hawkeye in the funeral.
Yeah, so I think after.
You think it was right after?
No, like, I think after the funeral.
After the funeral, but like, I'm not sure.
After, but like, I think so like for episode 6, I'm quite looking forward to it. As Halloween filmed as well, like, and she's got her outfit from the comics.
Yeah,
which a lot of people aren't happy with because obviously how it looked, and also I think the actress had said like in an interview like, oh, you'll never see her in the outfit of the comics. But to be fair, like, it's a bit, it's a bit revealing, but it's not major, and
it's also Halloween.
It's Halloween.
She's not being serious about it. She's not fighting in it.
Yeah, so like, I think I'm personally looking forward to seeing her like that and stuff. So.
Looking again into the ads, the second ad in episode 2, it's reference to Strucker, and of course Hydra, And Strucker was the guy that was experimenting on her and her brother.
Yeah.
In Age of Ultron, they volunteered for it, and of course
Yeah,
Hydra was behind all of that.
So it's like she's
Was that the
referencing.
watch advert?
That was that was the watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the watch,
So it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the adverts are like parts of her life.
Yeah.
And then they're like put into like a product and they're selling. Obviously.
Except the soap one, I think. So the third
there's
ad,
like a random.
and that's
Yeah.
episode 3. It's a soap, which could be a reference to Hydra's blue soap, which was mentioned in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's used to insert false memories into somebody. So that's clearly a reference to what she's doing.
Like,
it's like one of the lines is when you want to get away but don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, so like obviously everyone's like, oh, she's kidnapped. Sorry, I'm sat on the floor and it's like went numb. My setup's great at the moment. So like yeah, so I think like in the future episodes, obviously Vision has just kind of started to realize something's wrong. He's like, Wanda, what's going on? Like what's happening?
Yeah.
And then they were fighting, and then her brother turns up, which is like even she's like, what? And she said, like, I didn't make the door go off. So that's what makes me think it's not her controlling the world, because she went, oh, I didn't make that happen.
I think a lot of it is subconscious. It's her doing without realizing she's doing it. Because I think that's how it started. Because like the first time shit weird happens, she seems genuinely confused.
Yeah,
and like not knowing what's going on, and then she like catches on what's happening, and it's her, and she starts taking advantage of it.
The twins, like when they're born,
yeah,
and like they age up and stuff, and she's like, oh, like acting surprised, and then when their dog dies, and she's like, they're like, Mum, fix the dog, and she's like, we can't do that.
Yeah,
but that is again, it's making me think that it's not her. Like there's just little parts of me that are like, maybe it is her, but it's not.
I don't know.
At the same time, I don't know. We just need to see at the end. I just need it to be like, I want to watch more, and it's so annoying having these week gaps because there's so many things you can theorize like between the weeks.
I think it adds to it.
But did you realise in that scene she also said to the twins, "Don't grow up." When over the dog, so
yeah,
she doesn't want to grow up.
So that's another, suggestion that she probably isn't controlling it. It's probably not her making the kids grow up.
Also, could be that her and her brother had to grow up super fast because they were orphans by the time they were 10.
Because they saw the death,
and how they dealt with their grief was volunteering for experiments that could have killed them.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of brothers, when she mentions Pietro, it's the first time that he's mentioned since Age of Ultron. There's like a picture of him in Civil War, but that's the first time they've mentioned. Sorry?
Darcy's like, oh, he's been recast, and everyone was like,
No, when she has the baby.
Oh yeah.
It was twins. Like I was a twin. His name was Pietro, and then Geraldine says he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?
Oh. I thought because Monica's Geraldine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lullaby was sweet.
I was like, oh, she mentions Ultron, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think like the next few episodes are going to be the most important for the storyline. Like I think
it's when we're going to start getting like actual answers.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Vision's gonna find
I also think the director is like fishy. I don't like him because I don't know if you noticed, but like when they go into his office on episode 4, his diplomas form a hexagon.
Yeah.
And her anomaly is like a hexagon.
I don't know the character's name from the comic, but they're saying that he could possibly be the character. Is that the devil?
It's a Mephisto.
Mephisto? They're saying he could possibly be Mephisto.
Maybe.
Maybe, and like that's why he's being really like, because he was like really like quick to attack her.
Yeah.
And he's being a bit sketchy and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I as well, that was another thing. You know when like all the guns are pointed at her.
Yeah.
And she does the hand thing to switch it onto him. Magneto has similar ways of controlling his power with the way she turned her hand. I know I'm like clutching and I really want this to be a thing. But like it's so cool. It's like he does his hand thing like she does, and I was like, ooh.
Maybe.
I'm calling it now. I reckon that's her dad.
I don't think it's her dad.
It might be in a different universe.
I don't think it is.
But
no.
I think it could be.
Also, the last ad we've seen references Lagos, which is a mission that went wrong and basically provoked the Sokovia Accords.
I think
Isn't that the Nigerian city where they were at the beginning of Civil War?
Tim! Yes!
Tim's
where did that come from?
Google.
I don't know. It just
Google.
popped in.
It's come from Google. Tim, that's quite good. But no, like so basically, if you could sum it up, what is your opinion? Like, what did you like and what did you not like about WandaVision so far, Rita?
I love it. I love everything about it. It's fucking great.
Anything you hate?
Rewatching it, the first episode is a bit slow to get through. Even looking for stuff.
She said no when I told her this.
Well, the first time I was watching, I didn't feel like it was slow. The second time watching it, I feel like it is not as rewatchable. I think as maybe it could be in later episodes.
I've really got into it. I really like it. I mean, I like.
You like?
You like?
Yeah, I just like the way it's filmed. It comes across. It's engaging. You know, I didn't want to put my iPad down. I just want to keep on watching and keep on watching and keep on watching it.
Oh no, Tim, you triggered her.
Come on.
Like, I do get that though. Like, so for me, the positives are like I'm really enjoying the storyline. There's a lot of like cool Easter eggs and stuff. Again, I want to watch more. Like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
The only thing for me is it. Like I said, I've always said from the start, like the first 2 episodes, they felt a bit just strange and not how I'm used to like watching a Marvel thing. But now I'm into it. So.
But again, I think that was done on purpose.
Yeah, like it was definitely done on purpose.
Yeah, like it was that. It was like there's a purpose to it. It's not. Poorly done.
Yeah.
I really like it. I like the costumes. I like the hairstyling. I think it's on point, especially the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s
on point. I like the aspect ratio, like switching between the show, the WandaVision show, and between reality. Yeah. I think that's so cool and such a nice detail that they didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
it's so cool. I like it so much. I can't wait. I can't wait for the rest of it. Yeah,
I know. I think that's how we're all feeling. Is like we just can't wait now for the next one, which is in 2 days. So I'm excited. Technically,
it's not in 2 days.
It's not in 2 days.
It's
oh my god, no! It's literally tomorrow. Sorry, this is what happens when you're in lockdown. Like I on Monday, I thought that it was Tuesday all day. And it just wasn't. It was Monday, and I put my bins out and everything. And Jeremy was like,
"What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was Monday." But yeah, okay. So in 7 hours, we can watch WandaVision, and I'm very excited.
It's not 7 hours.
It is 7 hours.
No, it
12 a.m. 12 a.m. is 7 hours.
It doesn't come out till 8 a.m. because of the US.
What 8 a.m. Oh, I thought it came.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't come out before the 8 a.m.
Okay, well, in like a couple of hours' time, it comes to like 12 a.m.
I'm so sorry, Chloe, because my internet is terrible. But now your eyes are closed. And I can't stop laughing.
I don't know. I'm not good at maths. We know this, okay? Like, oh.
I'm laughing because
But,
your eyes are closed.
my eyes are closed.
And
You
you're
can hear my
frozen.
voice. No. Rita.
I'm sorry.
Look at the group.
This podcast.
You got a picture,
Yeah.
so it's not just me.
Can you just put the picture of me having my eyes? Can you just have the picture of me
I'll
having
put
my
it
eyes
in
closed? Yeah. Thing.
I know.
Oh, that's a really unflattering thing. You can add something to my face right now, Rita.
It's great.
Unfroze?
It's great. I love
Is it
it.
unfroze?
Not yet, no. Don't worry about it.
No,
Don't worry about it.
we cover my picture.
There we go,
with a
you're
picture
back.
of something. Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Put like a picture of my face before.
Of course.
Rita, internet. Really? Can you not do that to me on the internet, please?
I'll edit it. It's fine. It's fine.
So
Yeah, no, my
it's
internet's been
fine.
up and down all day.
It's fine. This podcast is fine. But
It's great.
So yeah, if we start to round it up, we're gonna say as well, like, so the next episode in this podcast is gonna be basically the conclusion of WandaVision.
Yeah. So
Possibly, maybe if you want to make another one, we could start another Disney series. Depends how long
we
Tim
can do
takes
that.
to watch it.
We'll figure that out.
We've got to get
Yeah.
Tim to watch these episodes.
Tune in
quickly, like,
into our social media accounts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tim watches it a bit slow. Like me and Rita binge watch, but
Yeah.
Tim's busy. Tim has a life.
I'm busy.
Tim has
I'm
a
busy
life.
all
We
the time.
don't.
Yeah. Tim's like, I'm busy, and I'm like,
Like,
"Come
I
on,
have a
Tim,
social
what-
life, people.
It's a pandemic.
And we're
No
like,
one
what
has a
social life,
social
Tim? Anyway,
But yeah, so
we love it.
obviously,
Can't wait for next episodes.
yeah.
This episode will be out sometime. And the next episode will be out sometime.
Alexa, how long till 12 a.m.?
I'm pretty sure it comes out after 8 a.m.
6 hours. I was wrong. It wasn't 7 hours.
But I'm pretty sure it comes out 8.
Wait, Alexa.
After 8.
How long till 8 a.m.?
It's like 12 hours. 14.
Okay, so it's either in 14 hours or in 6 hours until the next
We'll
WandaVision. We're very excited to watch it, and we will give
Yeah.
our thoughts in episode 2.
Yeah. Should we give out our social media? Do you know
What,
your
like our-
social media? Your Instagram?
Like our own in social media.
Yeah, because we don't have like an Instagram for it. Well,
I
we
don't
can
think
see
we-
it on YouTube.
We're gonna make an Instagram for it. Like,
Are you going to post stuff on it?
No, let's not.
Okay.
We're not gonna.
Wait,
Let's be
so
honest. We're not.
We're having.
We're gonna be.
We're on
we're not doing
YouTube we're on YouTube, the Three Amigos podcast. Yeah.
Yes, the Free Amigos
And
podcast.
we'll be on
That is our name,
Spotify.
by the way. I don't think we actually said the name of our podcast, did we?
I'm pretty sure I said in the beginning. If I
Okay.
didn't,
Yeah.
we're the Three Amigos podcast.
We're the Free
A
Amigos
podcast about Disney Plus.
because basically,
We'll be on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts
and
and everywhere. We're everywhere.
we're everywhere.
And
And
apparently
if
we're
you
going
do
to make an Instagram.
We're not, because Chloe doesn't want to make an Instagram and deal with that. So we're just not gonna have an Instagram.
Well,
Um,
if you want, you can follow me at Rita_Grillo.
Oh,
Figure that one
plug
out.
your Lego. Plug your Lego account as well.
Oh, Dino Films. Dino Films
No,
on
cut
YouTube.
that out. We're not supporting Dino Films.
It's my Lego account. It's where my Legos are.
You can't, like, that's not our podcast.
It's
You
my
can't,
Legos. You just said plug in your Legos. That's my Legos. It's just my Legos. Nobody else publishes on it. It's just me.
Okay, watch Rita build Lego.
It's cute.
You can
I promise.
follow me on Twitter at SCFCTim.
Share everywhere.
I don't have any social medias I want you to follow me on, so I don't.
You need to share stuff. You need to spread it around.
Well, I'll spread it, but I'm not gonna like give people my social media Because in case like some random watches this on YouTube and they stalk me, and
Let's
I'm
be
like,
honest, the only person going to watch this is going to be my mom.
my
Mom,
mom.
and Chloe's mom, please share it.
Hi.
Hello, and please share it to all of your friends who definitely won't listen to it.
No, like I bet like we send it to the group chat and they're like, yeah, really good. And what's it about? Like, what's it about?
Yeah. No,
but
we'll be like, yeah, it'll be fun.
Tim's took off the dressing gown. He means business.
Tim, this is not that kind of channel. Come on. Come on. Honestly, be professional.
So
anyway.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to us talk. If you're watching us,
thank you for watching.
Thank you.
You've seen Tim take off his dressing gown, Rita's disconnected, and my face was stuck on froze for like 5 minutes.
Give it a good review when it's on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Follow it on Spotify when it's on Spotify. Give it a like on YouTube and leave a comment saying how trash we are.
If you've watched to this part, say your favorite Avenger character.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.